Ash dieback, or Chalara dieback of ash, is a disease which is expected to lead to the decline and death of most of the ash trees in Britain. Nationwide, 90% of the woodland ash trees are likely to be affected over the next 5 to 15 years. Ash dieback is already affecting trees in all parts of Wiltshire, and the council, along with other large landowners, is working to address the impacts of the disease. Once infected, trees decline quickly, often dying within 2 growing seasons. Trees rapidly lose timber strength, leading to branches and trees falling. In trees alongside the highway, rights of way and public spaces, this can pose a risk of injury to people and damage to property. Removal of the infected trees will unfortunately not halt the spread of the disease, and in many cases where trees are on private land, away from public access, the resulting dead wood, whether it is the dead tree or fallen branches, will continue to provide essential habitat for a range of wildlife, including insects, nesting birds, roosting bats, and a whole range of other small mammals that actually prefer these as they provide an ideal environment and conditions for them. There is an urgent need for landowners to identify ash trees growing alongside the highway, public rights of way and in public spaces that are showing signs of this disease, and remove or significantly reduce these trees in order to avoid the risks to public or property. There are around 100,000 ash trees growing beside Wiltshire roads, and even greater numbers on the 6,000 kilometres of public rights of way, as well as an estimated 140,000 trees on Wiltshire Council owned land. The council is already making provision. We have developed a risk-based plan for the monitoring and removal of unsafe ash trees, prioritising these trees on the highway rights of way and in public spaces with a potential significant cost to the council of at least £10 million.
The loss of so many ash trees will have a dramatic impact on our landscape, both visually and from the numerous benefits they provide. It will affect our carbon cycling and water cycle, will leave crops and housing more exposed to the effects of weather, and result in a direct loss of wildlife species that rely on trees and woodland areas. It is therefore very important that we replant our woodlands, hedgerows and parklands with the most appropriate alternative species of native trees and shrubs in order to maintain unique landscape character of Wiltshire and to ensure that sufficient habitat continues to support the varied range of wildlife species that rely on these for food and shelter. Private landowners can join the council in playing an important role in fighting biodiversity loss as a result of ash dieback. There is currently a range of local and national funding opportunities available for planting of whole woodlands or just sections of hedgerows with standard trees or small copses. If you have land that could accommodate trees, we can help you assess the suitability for planting and advise on the most suitable and appropriate tree species. The council is developing a green and blue infrastructure strategy for the county, as well as a local nature recovery strategy. They will identify the existing natural areas of high value for people and wildlife, but also where further planting would be the most additional benefit. Our ecologist and landscape officers are available to offer advice to landowners on tree management and replacement, including replacement funding opportunities. Other useful sources of information are available from the Tree Council, Woodland Trust, Forest Research, the Arboricultural Association, and the Forestry Commission, particularly their regular blog. All these sites have information on managing the disease and avoiding the catastrophic risks to people and wildlife.